Worf, report to the bridge.
On my way.
No.
Right, as usual, there's massive amounts of overexposure, so it's going to be difficult to demonstrate this. Hopefully what you can see is on the two nacelles, this one you can see all the hotspots, all the individual LEDs. This one's a much more even glow. Diffusion. Diffusion is always a problem when building these kits, and here's a handy little thing I found. I can't remember if I read this somewhere, saw it in another video or whatever, but all I've done is taken strips of this here plastic cut from a milk bottle, or carton as you guys in the States call it. I've got one piece glued in there, and you can just, throw a bit more on, and if I throw that on there, the effect is instantaneously achieved. The diffusion this stuff affords is amazing for something that you've thrown away God knows how much of over the past week, month, year. Fantastic, isn't it? Right, I'm going to get this glued up, glue the rest of the nacelles together, and we'll see how it looks in about 30 seconds. Okay, so we're back again, and the nacelles are all put together, covered in clamps as you can see, and as usual, massive overexposure, so it just looks like a bright God knows what. But I've got to say, the milk bottle plastic has done a fantastic job of giving a really nice even glow on these nacelles. Really nice indeed. I'm really very, very impressed. So quick and so easy and so bloody obvious. But there it is. So that's the nacelles nicely lit and the pole and assembly glued together and fixed together. The next step on the Enterprise C is figuring out the lighting for the interior hull. It's probably just going to be a couple of strips of LEDs in there. As for the deflector dish, I suppose if I put enough lights in here so it's not ridiculous, I can just rely on the ambient lighting to light up the dish. Otherwise I'm going to have to build some sort of housing, put an LED in. I don't know that I want to do that. Plus also I've got to get a light in here for the impulse engine, which on this one was actually blue, not red. At least I think that's right. I'm going to have to go back and look at the episode again. Yeah, so there's that to do. That shouldn't take long. That's just a case of sticking the LEDs in and whacking it all together, then sticking that on there. Putty, prime, sand. Then we're ready for painting, and that's the secondary hull done. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The smaller Enterprise C, where's it gone? Yeah, the small Enterprise C still looks like this. You go over there. This stuff, this is the Microsol liquid mask. I really don't like this. I've tried applying and removing it a couple of times, and I just can't seem to get it to work the way I want it to or need it to. And using the curved tape on this very small circle with these very tight curves was really awkward. So either I'm going to have to mask it by going the old-fashioned way of just cutting large bits of masking tape to shape, or come up with some alternative. Yeah, this thing's a pain in the butt, really is. What I have got, however, and I don't know if I'm going to end up scrapping this kit, is I've got here, I've managed to nab this off of eBay ages ago. This is a very small, simple conversion kit, the Orion class AWACS conversion. So basically what this is a very simple little thing, and it turns a 2500 scale Ambassador class ship into an equivalent of a Nebula class. So basically what you've got is this secondary hull, which is slightly different. You've got this pylon assembly that goes on here like this, I think. Does it go like that? Or does it go down there somewhere? Well, you've got this upturned pylon assembly fits on there somewhere, and then you have the nacelles coming up. So essentially you've got that bit like that, and then you end up with the saucer kind of back here. You know what a nebula looks like. And then it's got the top pod on there. So I might do that. I might sacrifice this kit, build this ship, and paint it in a slightly, using the same colours but a slightly different design, so I don't have to rely on masking and cutting out all these circles. And then that can kind of fit in with the First Contact era fleet, because I know there's a couple of nebulas you see on the screen, and I could kind of get away with saying this was one of them. So that's something I might do. I might just pull the nacelles off of here, redo that, build it up, paint it using the same colours, but again without using the same patterning, so I don't have to worry about masking. I think. Talking about the 2500 First Contact fleet, here's the Akira class. An awful lot of putty work to go on here because the fit wasn't the best, and the contact points on these nacelles in particular absolutely tiny, really thin, lots of gappage, lots of misaligned pieces that I need to really work at. This is going to take some time, and I'm worried because this is so thin. Really am taking this very slowly because I don't want to damage this kit, because it's not one of a kind, but it's not exactly easy to replace. Yeah, there's that. So that's pretty much it for Star Trek ships at the moment. I'm working on bits and pieces of other things. I've got a Batmobile here getting sorted. I've got stuff everywhere, all over the place. I end up working on multiple models at once, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because obviously whilst you're working on one, waiting for one thing to dry, you can be working on something else. I'm sure we will do the same. But that's enough rambling from me. I'll see you guys out there on Sci-Fi Fantasy and everywhere else. Have a good one.